Today we got a guide for you on 2-9 master mode, 3-star auto mode all the way here today. We're going to break it down. First thing first though, as always, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate the likes and the subs to help support the channel. Now we will have all these things down below for you so you can pick the section that makes sense. We'll give you the strategy, we'll give you the team, we'll give you some swaps and some ideas. We'll do the run as we always do to show, just like this, you can end up with success with your cookie run here on master mode 2-9. So with that, if you happen to have a question or comment throughout today's episode, do let me know because I love to hear from you always, or feel free to swing by the Discord server. Let's get moving, let's get grooving and break down this particular run for you here on 2-9 Glazed Cake Monster Camp. I got a little excited there. All right, so Glazed Cake Monster Camp, it is for 2-9 master mode. Let's go ahead and break things down. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to run this one, it does have a boss. We got the Cream Roll Hog Rider up for us here today. We'll talk about that here in a second. But first things first, as always, for new players or veterans alike, in master mode here, we got a couple of key pieces. We got enemies max HPs increased. We have enemies debuff resistance is increased. HP shield capacity decreased. Healing decreased. And summon creatures lifetime decrease. Now we also have additional caps with these special conditions here where max cookie level is 60, max skill level is 60, max cookie grade is 1A, bonds, sugar gnome, laboratory, costume sets, guild level, guild relics X. So those are all some important things. And then when we take a look here on the enemies that we're going to run into for our strategy, we do have mini bosses here with Frenzied Cocoa Cake Warriors. So that's important. That's going to be tied in with the boss here. We have the good old trained Choco Roll Hogs and the Cake Warriors. And then if you actually scroll down, you can hit a bunch more here as well. So that's a neat little tip trick there if you didn't realize that. Now for the boss, Cream Roll Hog Rider. This guy is pretty beefy. It's got rams in the target attacking with its sharp tusks, slamming rolls at the enemies, slamming them, summon Cake Monster. So there we go. That's where it's summoned Cake Monster. Now the other thing that's on here that isn't on here is this guy's going to get some shields and some additional stuff there at the end, making him very hard to kind of kill. So you got to keep that in mind. We'll talk a little bit about that in our strategy. Power boss information here, HP, lots of life, lots of defense, takes a lot of hits to get through. So with that said, and keeping all these things in mind, let's talk about the team that we're running. So we got Schwarzwalder in the front. Schwarzwalder, again, is one of my favorite cookies in terms of stabilizing your board on these PvE runs. Essentially being able to push everything back, keeping stuff out of the way, kind of neutralizing some of the boss stuff as well, protecting your back end cookies, the damage dealers, and your healers as well. In this particular run, I did run with Espresso Cookie here. So this allows you to pull a lot of that front line out of the way. Now, it doesn't really work great against the boss, but it does take care of some of these additional summoned units that might run into problems for your particular team. So that's something you could think about. We're doing our double whammy combo here between Sherbet and Frost Queen, again, in terms of the frozen amplifiers, and then additionally single target hit damage here with Sherbet, and then a great, again, area of attack with Frost Queen. So these three, I would say you can obviously switch up, throwing in Vampire. If we go edit, you can always look at Sea Fairy, you could look at Black Pearl, you got Moonlight there, Clotted Cream. In terms of some of those direct damage things, again, Vampire, maybe Rye, Squid Ink's great. Certainly you could probably run Caramel Arrow, lots of things like that for you to consider. Now we also have Pure Vanilla here for our big heals, big nuke heals as I like to call them, and then additional shield capacity for your team. Other items that you can maybe swap in that you've seen on some of the other stuff, things like Eclair as well. In terms of our treasures, we're running Old Pilgrim Scroll for attack. You could think about switching that for the Conductor's Whistle. We do have Squishy Jelly Watch to decrease cooldown, and then additionally Gatekeeper's Ghost Horn. Now let's go ahead and check out our toppings of choice that we're running for this particular run. With that said, you can always check out all the topping guides for all the cookies here on the channel. I highly recommend that. A great way to get some other interaction on kind of the why and those things. So here we're running 5 solid almonds for survivability, 5 raspberry for more attack, with Sherbet, same with Espresso. Frost Queen, we're actually on 5 chocolate. We're doing this again to keep that frozen cooldown going for us. It really helps on kind of that go wide strategy in the runs. And then same with pure vanilla here, to continuously heal and keep our team alive. So that is the strategy objective of this particular run, the team and the breakdown, along with some ideas on the treasures. Let's go ahead and take this run for a run. That is right. So Glazed Cake Monster Camp here, Master Mode Stage 2-9. So some things to be cautious of. The boomerang guys always deal a lot of damage, as you can see. Good news is they're heavily focused on Schwarzwalder. One big heal makes a massive difference for us in terms of survivability. As you can see again, Espresso pulling these lines back, keeping a lot of this stuff off the team can be very important. There we go. All right, big old wave here. That one is toast. Now on to the boss, Cream Roll Hog Rider. 2 million damage, so here you can see invulnerability going on. We gotta take out some of these cake monsters here on the side. There's a summon. There we go. Once we get these things down, he's going to start to go a little bit faster. There we go. All right. Now comes the big whammy damage, as you can see right there with our Frozen 2, Queen and Sherbet. Boom. Massive damage there right at the end, overcoming the boss for 2-9. Huge run there for us. We had a lot of fun doing it. So let's go ahead and pull this all home now that you've seen the run and the team in action here for Master Mode 2-9. Let's close this out again for 2-9 Glazed Cake Monster Camp. Again, why I wanted to run this is we do have the boss here, the Cream Roll Hog Rider. Very important in terms of your progression. We gave you the strategy objective. We broke down the level. We saw the run in action. We gave you the team. We also talked about some of the swaps and things that you can do to be successful with your run. And we gave you the treasures and some options there as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please let me know in the comments what you thought. As always, I'd love to hear from you, or what things you might have swapped in that you liked or saw that worked well. We'd love to share that here in the community. And with that, thank you for the likes and the subs and your support as always, to grow in everything here as always. So with that, next time, cookies, we got a lot more CookieRun content headed your way. We'll see you again soon with a ton more here on the channel. Take care.